All right, here we are, Impact and Influence Radio, right here on iHeart. And today's broadcast is brought to you by Blinds of Sacramento, Sacramento's complete solution window covering experts. Give them a call, 916-790-8689 or blindsofsacramento.com. Now today, we've got a really lovely lady here, Gigi Rayford. And my understanding is you are Portia Middleton's mother?
I am.
Holy smokes!
I am.
So you must be really proud of this.
Absolutely.
What she's working on. She was in Washington, D.C. last week.
Yeah, I was there with her.
Were you?
Oh, yeah. I go every year with her.
She never said that. You're just out there partying, aren't you?
I try.
All right. So we're going to be talking about what you guys are doing and really dig deep. What's actually interesting is we just had Tiffany Ramirez from Artisan Mind. Mm-hmm. She's a nonprofit and works and helps people with art as well. So, of course, I'm going to want to connect the two of you guys. Okay?
Perfect.
So you are the executive director for Citrus Heights Art.
Correct.
Now, explain to me what Citrus Heights Art is.
We are a nonprofit that has been in Citrus Heights for 10 years. We do the art programming there. We provide classes and recently developed an arts district in June.
Interesting. Now, how long have you been with these guys?
Oh, I founded it.
This is you.
Yeah.
This is you. So I think what I really want to touch then is why? Why did you do this? So have you always had art? Have you always been?
I have. Military family,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm a brat
Mm-hmm.
and a military wife.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing you can always take with you is art. You don't get to take your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to take your teachers. And you miss things. And the one thing you can do is create something that helps you remember where you've been. Mm-hmm. So I was really into art. And I have children who really loved art. And it's just a good way to connect. And I just kept doing it.
And so one day you just said, we're going to start this thing and we're going to build something beautiful.
Yeah, and this wasn't my first nonprofit. It wasn't the first thing I did. Mm-hmm. Everywhere we went, I would do an art gallery. Mm-hmm. So we were in Alabama. I helped with the Flying Monkey. We came to Nevada, had 2 galleries there, mm-hmm. and just promoted arts because artists, they don't have a lot of resources sometimes, right?
This is what I do
that's
for
why
a living.
That's why they call them starving, right?
Yes.
So I wanted to be of some service because there were things that I didn't do. I wasn't able to do. I had children. I had to be at home. So we did a lot of art at home. Mm-hmm. And it made it easier for me to do what I like and not have to worry about the 9 to 5.
As an artist myself, I more than appreciate this. And I also, of course, want to be involved in what you're doing and what
Awesome.
all these other people are doing. That's the whole point of all of this, is connecting. Yes. Also, I had talked to Portia about... maybe she mentioned it to you, maybe she didn't, but I'm a recording artist. I want to get back out on stage, but I want to do it for other reasons. When I started my career playing music and touring and doing the whole thing, of course, I had to make a living. It was for profit, right?
Right.
Now I'm in the position where I don't need that. I've got the magazine. I've written 30-some-odd books. I've got my movies. I've got all the intellectual properties, my radio shows, all the stuff that I've done. So I don't need to go out and sell records now. What I want to do now is... everything that we're doing is connecting people. Their membership that we briefly mentioned to you before we got started, our website, I don't know if you've been to the website or not, but the radio show and the magazine and all the stuff that we're doing, this is all to connect people. And so getting on stage now for me is a place for people to, of course, see my music and my art, right, and my
right.
soul and my passion. But then the other side of it is another place for them to connect. And then we can also raise money for local charity. And that's,
I love it.
That's
okay.
the whole reason I want to do it
it
is to keep the money in the family, as I call it. Right?
Good.
I make mafia movies, which is really fun, right? Really fun. But I also I love the terminology, the mafia terminology. So let's keep the money in the family.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's definitely do that.
It's fun. It's fun.
In our art family, yes.
Yes, absolutely. And so the Citrus Heights Arts is not with the city of Citrus Heights.
We are not. We formed independently of the city. We raise funds outside of the city. We do partner with the city. We have received support and grants from the city. But a lot of what we do is not affiliated with the city, like the Arts District last year that we developed. It took a lot of passionate artists. I shared the vision, and these artists came in, and in less than 90 days, we had 17 murals. We had an arts district.
Yes, and so the murals you're talking about are the ones on the buildings.
Correct.
Now, my understanding is when you see graffiti in places, it's not that... I mean, sometimes you've got tagging and things like that, but it's an artistic expression. And it's just like when you look at train cars, I think the graffiti on train cars is some of the most beautiful art out there.
And it is.
I don't know what it is, but I put it in my music videos. It's in my albums. I'm always using train art. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. My understanding is that when you have murals on buildings, it detracts from people who want to tag on those buildings.
It absolutely does. We just did a mural, and they were a little bit concerned initially for Rush Park, and it's the skate park.
Yes.
And no one's going to tag it. Everyone loves it, from the graffiti artists, from the artists who originally were there skating, who are still, located in the area, to just everybody else, the community. It brings the community up.
Yes.
It makes people appreciate where they live, and that's why they don't tag.
Yeah, we actually helped fund. So I used to own. Well, Citrus Heights. That's just funny. So I owned a store in Sunrise Mall, and so we owned John Robert Quinn Enterprises, International. This was, good Lord, 15, 18 years ago. But one of the things that we had Sacramento Skateboard Company. So we sponsored local kids, and kids would ride our skateboards, and we'd shoot videos for them and put them out there and so forth. But we helped fund the skate park in Yuba City when they were building that, and we donated, like 100 skateboards or something to the kids in the city and so forth. It was really neat.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One of my moments. So the reason why I did it was because I was one of those skater kids growing up. I went to high school in Vacaville, and we didn't have a skate park, so I was going to all of the skate park city voting stuff, and so I had grown up and moved out of the city by the time the skate park had become a thing.
Right.
And see, skate parks were so rare when I was a kid that you'd have to buy a skateboard magazine, and it had a list in the skateboard magazine of all of the skate parks in the nation. Think about that. In the magazine, there were 2 pages, and it would have all of the skate parks in the entire country listed in those 2 pages.
Wow.
That's how rare it was. And so we would all ride around on skateboards and shirts that said skateboarding is not a crime, because we were all getting tickets and kicked off of everywhere because we were skateboarding because there was nowhere to skateboard.
No place to be. Yeah.
Well, now there's skate parks everywhere, and every town's got one. But the point is that in Vacaville, we didn't have one. And so when the opportunity came that, again, I was in that position to help this next generation, we helped fund that Yuba City skate park. I'm assuming it's still there. I've never been there.
I'm sure it is.
I have no idea. I have no clue. So apart from that, what types of people are you guys looking for, and do you work with?
We work with businesses, artists for sure. We look for walls everywhere. If you got a wall, let us know. Donations for sure as well. So we are in the business of working with anybody who is into art, and if we can find a way to make things work, most cities don't even know they're sitting on cultural gold mines, right? And you see like Auburn Boulevard, and it was just kind of drab. And next thing you know, we have all those murals there, and people are coming and they're taking photos. And
when I was growing up, Auburn Boulevard was all motorcycle shops. Do you remember this?
No, I don't. I wasn't here, but I heard about it.
Yes, it was all motorcycle shops. You had Capital Yamaha, you had National Cycle, you had Kawasaki, you had Ducati, I think there was a Harley dealer there. There was all motorcycles. So when I was a kid, my dad and I used to ride the motorcycle up from Vacaville, because this is where you would go to get your motorcycle stuff, was on Auburn Boulevard. Now there's only like one shop left. They're all gone.
Yeah, they are. But we have a lot of murals, and we have a lot of art, and we have activation coming up for the Big Day of Giving as well.
Yes.
And one will be at the Bear Paw Outlet.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And San Juan students.
That's that new spot. They were across the street until a number of years ago.
And that's where you'll see a lot of murals all around that building. Also, San Juan students will be painting there. we'll have another activation, thanks to Republic Services. They will be dumpsters that will actually be, there'll be art that will sit on the business's property, so it'll be usable art. And Mesa's painting those. So we have some activations, and we have 2 in Fair Oaks that will be happening.
Wonderful.
So we're just trying to spread the love, Fair Oaks Brew
I love
Pub and
this.
everywhere.
I love this. I love this. I love this. You know, it was a little. I was talking about my music and so forth. I performed in the gymnasium, the old gymnasium at San Juan.
Oh, wow.
Do you remember when they tore it down and they rebuilt all that about maybe 10 years or so ago?
I think it was just built when we got here.
Yeah, and so, the old gymnasium. I played in that old gymnasium for the kids at the school when I was playing music for a living.
Wow.
They brought me in and talked about not doing drugs and play rock and roll and have fun. And
yeah. Well, you know, I'm a big supporter of Art Without Borders, and that's what we've tagged it. It's Art Without Borders. And we did a show in Twisted Track Gallery last month. And we have Art in City Hall that ended in February. That will be coming back in June. We also have partnered with Fair Oaks, the art nonprofit there, because we definitely believe in Art Without Borders. And sometimes we all have to work together to spread the art. We're not in silos. I know people don't understand, say, oh, no, Citrus Heights is fine. We don't want to work with them. Or, you know, Fair Oaks doesn't want to work with Orangeville or whatever it is. But no, we all need to work together, because if we're not
it's
working...
all the same community. What is the deal with these people?
I know.
It's the same community, dude. Sacramento. You know what's funny about that? I'm up in El Dorado Hills and people go, but you're not Sacramento, you're El Dorado. I'm like, it's still Sacramento, dude.
It's the region.
Yes, as soon as you pass the grapevine, you're in LA, right? It's the same thing. It's Sacramento.
Yep. So we are definitely Orangeville, Fair Oaks Arts, and we have partnered to spread art throughout the state, actually. But we're going to start right here locally. We're going to sit in the region. We want to come out here where you are. You should be checking out some walls for us. You know, I know you know some people.
I should be playing some guitar at some of your things.
You should.
Yes.
I'm gonna call you.
That's all art.
I'm gonna call you. Don't forget.
Oh no. That's what I'm trying to do. No, seriously, this is what I want to do. So our community, what we've got here. So I own Impact and Influence magazine. We showcase local area businesses.
Nice.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so Portia will be on the cover next month.
Nice.
We have Carlin that was on the cover last month.
Oh, sweet.
And so all different people in the community. And so the whole point of the magazine is to give a voice. Look who's on the back. Look who's on the back. This one.
Oh, Miss Portia.
So the whole point is to give the little guy a voice. You know, you got Sacramento Business Journal and Comstock. They're great publications, but they're out of reach to the little guy.
Absolutely.
And so what we had to do is figure out how do we create a profitable product that actually has distribution. This magazine, we've grown to 69,000 subscribers in 17 months. It's really incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes. And so we have our website, our community, we have members events, we host all kinds of different events that are more lifestyle events versus networking events, because we want to bring people together in community. And then from there, that's the kind of the whole point in the music thing is, you know, people don't... I've been in this space for 30 years. I've been doing this for 10. And, you know, the connecting people with the radio shows, these people have never seen me play music. That was the first 20 years of my career. And I'm thinking that's a whole part of me that people don't even know.
Yeah.
And
I'm
so
gonna call you.
Yeah, I want to start getting out there and doing that. You have to provide sound, because I'm not going to bring all the speakers and all that.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
I just want to show up and play.
I got you.
So apart from that, let's touch on how long. Let me ask you this. Maybe you've already covered this, but my short-term memory. How long have you been doing this now?
In this area, or just altogether?
Yes, in Sacramento, in the
10
Citrus
years.
Heights. 10 years.
10 years.
And so you came out here from Alabama, was it?
No, we were in Reno.
You were in Reno, and then you came out here and said, "We're just going to start this new thing." And
Yeah, because I looked around, there was no art representation. And even in Reno, they had that. If you were in Virginia, you know, you had Junkie, you had Cal Ave, you had 4th Street,
we used to
the
play,
Wildflower Village, and we had...
We used to play Reno all the time. We played Spiro's. Remember
Yeah.
Spiro's?
Yes, I do.
Did you know Spiro?
I did not, but I remember that.
Oh, I love Spiro. He went back to Greece.
Did he really?
He went back. He was Greek. He came out here and I think he put his kid through college and
then went back.
And then he opened up his shops. He opened up 2 beautiful venues, and Spiro was so fair to me when I was getting started. And then I think it was around COVID when everything was getting shut down.
Yep.
He just shut it all down.
Left.
And
I didn't know he was gone.
Yeah, and he went back to Greece.
Wow.
I found out through the grapevine. And when I ran into somebody from there, and I said, "You remember Spiro's?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah. He went back to Greece." I'm like,
He's gone. Oh, my
he's
God.
gone, yeah.
See?
He retired. He was old. He was getting old. Yeah.
Well, I did like their culture. We would do, all the things they do where I did Burning Man. And I did Burning Man a couple of years ago. And the art there is phenomenal. And they just have this culture of all art is appreciated. So when we got here, I noticed there was no art. There was literally no art.
I've been in the motorcycle community since I was a kid. And so Reno and Virginia City, they've got wonderful motorcycle culture. Which,
they do.
Yes, which brings a whole nother level of art.
It does.
Yeah, I just love this stuff.
I'm going to give you a tidbit. A long time ago, we were stationed at Fort Ord. And I was 5 months pregnant. I was born there, actually. Fort Ord, California. And I was pregnant.
I lived there.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
I love
that's
Fort
where
Ord.
That's where I picked the guitar up for the very first time was Schoonover Park.
Shut up. All right.
That was where I was introduced to the guitar.
See, I was there, and I like motorcycles. And while my husband was gone, I got on one of the sergeant's motorcycles. And I'm going to ride, and I slipped. I hit the curb, and I fell off, and I'm pregnant. So they rushed me to the hospital, and they said, "Oh, you're on bed rest now." So all I did was draw, paint, all these things, right? That's all I could do. And my husband said, "Well, you'll never get another one of those." He said, "But when I'm dead, you can have one." So I'm a widow now, and I asked my daughter, I said, "It's about that time your daddy said," and she said, "No." So I can never have one.
Never have a motorcycle. Maybe I'll talk her into it.
Thank you. Could you help me out? That would be helpful. But I love motorcycles. I just know I can't have one.
I grew up on them. It's not you. It's the other riders. Every single day I rode, I had a close call.
Really?
Every day. And it was nothing that I was doing. It was wrong way drivers, people not stopping at stop signs. Yeah. One time I'm sitting at a light and a guy pulls up and his bumper brushes my leg. I mean, it's just
simple
every
things,
day. Every day. So I just said, I'm not doing this anymore. Right. It was just the pure disrespect of the riders and their lives. So I just said, no, we're not going to do this anymore. Yeah. Yeah. So apart from that, Fort Ord, I wanted to go to, my dream was to get into law enforcement, and I wanted to do the Monterey Peninsula College, MPC, take the police academy and all that. Yeah, and I didn't. I went to rock and roll.
I think it was a better choice.
I think it was too. I've been an artist my whole life, and you can't take that away from somebody.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Right.
All right, so 408-390-6403, 408-390-6403, CitrusHeightsArts.org. Anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Hey, Big Day of Giving is coming.
Yep.
Go to our Instagram. It's Citrus Heights Arts. And just click that link, donate. We will have, like I said, we'll have a Mesa and San Juan painting. We are also going to have a Cinco de Mayo activation on Cinco de Mayo at Arvida Cantina, where artists will be painting as well.
We go to Arvida Cantina regularly for our events.
And so we will be doing that, and I look forward to seeing everyone out at our events.
Wonderful. Hey, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
Miss
inviting
Gigi
me.
Rayford, Executive Director of Citrus Heights Arts, 408-390-6403 and CitrusHeightsArts.org. And thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.